The district gets all A's, and the Wildcats put it to rest in Rochester. All that and more. The Oxford News begins right now. A leader may not be seated until February, but a search is underway for a new superintendent of the Oxford School District after current superintendent Tim Throne announced that he will be leaving the district after the first of the year. Last month in a special meeting, the school board voted to search out candidates outside the district, beginning the search process with John Silveri, regional president of the Michigan Leadership Institute, a consulting organization serving K through 12 schools. In order to create a candidate profile, the district will collect input from district staff, administration, and parents and the community. The Oxford Community School District received an unmodified opinion in a recent audit of its financial records for the fiscal year ending June 2021. The designation is the highest level of assurance a district can receive, meaning that there's no significant deficiencies or questionable costs, according to the CPA Jacob Subsinski. Both revenue and expenditures were up from 2020. Some had to do with additional funding from COVID dollars, according to the CPA. Superintendent Tim Throne said it might have been the first time since he's been superintendent to have an audit without any reservations, which he says he's thrilled about. Good way for him to go out. In a second attempt to win voters' favor for a $9 million capital improvement bond, the Oxford Public Library was defeated by more than the bond itself, by more than 1,700 votes last week. The bond was to make many improvements at the library, including expansion of both the children's and adult services departments, as well as an expansion of the community room and many other things. Here's a story after our own hearts here at OCTV. A team of Oxford High School students took top prize in the 2021 Orion Neighborhood Television Wildwood Film Festival last month. Held at GQT, Oxford 7 Theaters, Charlie Fracker, Zach I think it's Cabanillas, Keegan Upham, Jake Olheiser, and Ryan Schick, and Zach Call all won first place overall with their short heist film, Just Roll With It was the name of it. The team has been a regular at the festival for the past few years, winning in their first year and a second place in 2018. Then they moved on to the adult category and took second place that year. Wildwood challenges participants to plan, shoot, and edit a film over the course of 5 days. As for what the team will be doing beyond high school, film school is not ruled out. Congratulations to all. Student Count Day in Michigan was last month, and it appears the overall student population in Oxford has increased by nearly 300 students. I think that's not a surprise. The student count is important for determining the state educational funds, which the district receives funds based on the number of days in order to count. Oxford current foundation allowance is $8,700 per student. Addison Township Senior Center is the place for senior citizens to get involved and stay active. Located at the township offices, Wednesday mid-mornings are times to get together to play cards, bring lunch, and just visit with each other. Certified senior citizen trainer who leads the Monday and Wednesday exercise classes says keeping them moving is important for their balance, breathing, and stretching. Field trips are also involved to casinos, museums, and movies, and there's also plans for more with the Romeo Senior Citizen Station. For more information, contact Marie May at 248-628-3388, or you can go to the senior program at AddisonTWP.org. An apple a day keeps hunger away. 6 Fuji apple trees have been planted near the Oxford Community Garden in Seymour Lake Township Park. Eventually, they will add fresh fruit to the medley of vegetables and herbs produced by the garden. In its inaugural year, the community garden yielded a whopping 2,200 pounds of vegetables and 64 pounds of herbs, all of which was donated to the Free Meals Program based at the Emmanuel Congregational United Church of Christ, Meals on Wheels, Hope Senior Apartments, and cooking classes for the senior and youths. Grant money from the Fort County Community Foundation was used to purchase these fruit-bearing trees. With October ending, the DDA is gearing up for the remaining late-year events. Small Business Saturday is on November 27th, and Soup and Sweet Stroll is planned for December 3rd. However, an estimated over 1,000 witches parked their brooms in Oxford on Saturday, October 23rd, for Witches' Night Out. From drinking to dancing, rune readings to live music, there was something for everyone who came out Saturday night. According to the Downtown Development Authority Director Kelly Westbrook, businesses made more money this year during that time, as opposed to Witches' Night Out previous. Nearly 30 businesses took part in the event, ranging from offering discounts and deals on purchases to hosting activities. That's it for this segment of Oxford News This Week, but stay tuned. There's Dave Kenny with Science and Auto Talk, and Jim's out this week, so we will have Joe Calhoun with you on sports. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from Automotive News. Tesla Incorporated is recalling nearly 12,000 U.S. vehicles sold since 2017 because of a communication error may cause a false forward collision warning or unexpected activation of the automatic emergency braking system, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said last Tuesday. The California automaker said the recall of 11,704 Model S, X, 3, and Y vehicles was prompted after a software update on October 23rd to vehicles in its limited early access full self-driving, or FSD, beta population. The next morning, Tesla began receiving reports of false forward collision warnings and automatic emergency braking events from customers, which prompted an investigation by the company and a new software release to address the issue. FSD is an advanced driver assistance system that handles some driving tasks, but Tesla says does not make vehicles autonomous. NHTSA said Tesla uninstalled FSD 10.3 after receiving reports of inadvertent activation of the automatic emergency braking system, and then updated the software and released FSD version 10.3.1 to those vehicles affected. The agency said it will continue its conversations with Tesla to ensure that any safety defect is promptly acknowledged and addressed. The recall comes after NHTSA last month asked Tesla why it had not issued a recall to address software updates made to its autopilot driver assistance system to improve the vehicle's ability to detect emergency vehicles. Tesla said the issue was prompted by a software communication disconnect between two onboard chips that prompted an issue that could produce negative object velocity detections when other vehicles are present. If the automatic emergency braking system unexpectedly activates while driving, it could raise the risk of a rear-end collision, Tesla said, but added it was not aware of any crashes or injuries related to the issue. After the October 24th reports, Tesla said canceled the FSD update on vehicles that had not installed it and disabled FCW and AEB on affected vehicles. The same day, Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeted on FSD seeing some issues with 10.3, so rolling back to 10.2 temporarily. Please note, this is an expected occurrence with beta software. On October 25th, Tesla began deploying the over-the-air software update and re-enabled FCW and AEB features on vehicles with the update. Tesla said as of October 29th, more than 99.8% of the vehicles, all but 17, had installed an update and no further action is necessary. NHTSA in August opened a formal safety probe into Tesla's autopilot system in 765,000 vehicles after a series of crashes involved Tesla models and emergency vehicles. The U.S. Auto Safety Agency also asked Tesla in October about its auto steer on city streets, which the company also refers to as FSD, first released in October of 2020, and raised concerns about limits on disclosure by drivers of safety issues. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Joseph Calhoun with the Sports. Perhaps Friday's 42-7 domination of Oxford in a Division I district final will show the rest of the state that the Rochester Adams Highlanders are a real state title contender. The Highlanders scored on their first 6 possessions and controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball as the defense racked up 7 sacks and held the Wildcats to their lowest point total of the season. Here at Oxford Community Television, we congratulate the Oxford High School football team on their 2021 season, and on a personal note, the last two home games truly painted a picture of how this team works as one. 7 feet, 5 inches. That's the unbeaten outdoor high jump record at Central Michigan University, held by Oxford High School's principal, Steve Wolf. He was just inducted into the CMU Marcy Weston Hall of Fame class of 2021. The key to his success was coaching. He had some phenomenal coaches in high school and college who believed in and cared about him, according to Wolf. Wolf became the first male CMU athlete to win the MVP at the American Conference Outdoor Championships that same year, scoring 24 points by winning the high jump with a height of 7 feet, 3 3/4 inches, placing second in the triple jump with a distance of 48 feet and 6 inches, and third in the long jump with a distance of 24 feet, 3 inches. He said, "I came in as a basketball athlete, but I most definitely left as a track and field athlete." Sending a big congratulations to Steve Wolf on his induction. Again, I'm Joseph Calhoun, and that's the Sports.
Do you love local sports? Whether it's Oxford High School or Parks and Rec, you can buy copies of each game. To purchase your copy, call us at 248-628-9658 or give us an email at manager@occtv.org or talk to us at the next game. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. The U.S. astronomy community has laid out its priorities for the coming decade in a massive report that recommends, among other missions and observatories, the creation of an $11 billion space telescope designed to investigate Earth-like worlds beyond our solar system. Every 10 years, U.S. science agencies task the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine with identifying the top research priorities of the entire U.S. astronomy and astrophysics community in a process called the Decadal Survey. The report laying out the goals for 2022 to 2032, titled Pathways to Discovery in Astronomy and Astrophysics for the 2020s, was born from almost 900 white papers and more than 2 years of discussions among a group of 127 experts. It was released on November 4th. The largest of the recommended missions is an enormous space telescope designed to be the successor to the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, which itself was the highest priority of the 2021 Decadal Survey. That is to say, the 2001 Decadal Survey. After many delays and budget problems, it is scheduled to launch this December. JWST is going to look at a wide variety of planets, but those worlds will not look like our own, says Jonathan Fortney at the University of California, Santa Cruz, who was part of the committee that assembled the report. The big flagship telescope that we're going to recommend that we get started on, that'll be a mission to characterize systems that do look like our own for the first time. This new telescope will be designed to someday take a direct image of a habitable Earth-like planet. The report states that with sufficient investment, the telescope could start being designed before 2030. Partly motivated by the many logistical issues with the JWST, the report also recommends a new way of developing such missions through continuous investment in the development of the technology for major observatories, so that by the time the final mission is conceptualized, the technology it will require will be close to being ready. This will make budget and time requirements easier to estimate accurately. That will be crucial for all three prongs of astrophysical research that the report identifies as priorities: finding habitable worlds, understanding black holes and neutron stars, and learning how galaxies form and evolve. These missions will take such a long time that you cannot estimate the cost of a mission when you know the technology will take a decade to be developed and the mission will take 2 decades to fly, says Gabriela Gonzalez at Louisiana State University, also part of the Decadal Survey Steering Committee. The report also advocates for several other missions to begin development, including space telescopes that observe X-rays and the far infrared. These could help us understand the early days of galaxy growth and the formation of other important astrophysical objects. Aside from these major space-based observatories, the survey recommends investment in several less expensive ground-based facilities, particularly those that fall under the U.S. Extremely Large Telescope Program, plus upgrades to the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory in Washington, I think that's called LEGO, and Louisiana, and the Very Large Array in New Mexico. It also recommends funding new facilities to observe the cosmic microwave background and neutrinos. Now that the report has been delivered to the government agencies that organize and fund much of the U.S. science, following through on it is in their hands. In my experience, what I've seen is that the agencies really try hard to make these recommendations happen. They see it as the whole astronomy community speaking with one voice about the priorities, what those priorities should be, says Fortney. And off we go. Well, that's it for Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.
So that's it for Oxford News this week. If you'd like to learn more about these stories and others, you can go to the Oxford Leader newspaper. You can go to the Charter Township of Oxford's Facebook page, where CJ writes stories about the community. You can watch us on Charter Channel 191, AT&T Channel 99. You can catch us on our Facebook and YouTube pages or our website, which is occtv.org. Thanks for watching. I'm Terry Stiles.